If you're having a little difficulty following conversations, or maybe you're having trouble following conversations in a restaurant with a lot of background noise, you could be having some form of hearing loss. Megan, why don't you tell me, why is it important to have your hearing tested?
Hearing quite often gets swept under the rug because when your hearing changes, it's gradual. It's typically little bits over years and years and years, and your brain is always trying to be in a state of normal so that you don't necessarily realize how hard you're working at hearing. So it's easy for you to say, oh, I hear fine, people sound like they're mumbling, or they're just not enunciating clearly, when really, your hearing has changed just slightly. So it's important to get it checked.
So why do you think people are resistant to get their hearing tested?
Well, I always say no. I know, I'm well aware nobody wants to come see me. Nobody says, oh, I don't want hearing aids. I don't want to know the results.
Is that the main thing? It's like they think they're like some clunky thing that you gotta wear.
Sure.
Or something.
And for most people, our reaction is to think about their grandparents' hearing aids from years ago. The big, what we used to call the big beige bananas that were, little old ladies sitting in church and they're squealing and squeaking.
Right.
And everyone said, I'm not like that. I'm not that bad. I can hear. I don't want those.
Yeah, they're teeny little
tiny.
things.
They sit. They're comfortable. They're
and you can work
lightweight,
them on an
easy.
app and stuff like that.
You can work them on an app. They work with your phone, so they can be as techy or as not simple as you want.
Well, are there like physical or mental problems that can happen if you don't get your hearing fixed?
Right. So there are studies that have been coming out for the last several years about the consequences of untreated hearing loss. Fall risk, dementia, depression, anxiety.
Is there like an isolation?
Isolation, right.
Depression, so people just don't want to be around other people because they can't hear them?
Well, they want to be around other people, and that's kind of where the problem, humans are wired to be engaged with other humans. And so when you want to hang out with your family or you want to be able to go to dinner, but you don't enjoy it and it's stressful because you can't communicate, you can't engage in the conversation.
And is there like a certain age? What do you see nowadays?
Younger and younger. The average age is younger and younger because people don't want to miss out on dinner or social
Well, I just think the most important thing you said is just have a baseline. Know where you're at.
Right, exactly.
And I mean, you do it with your eyes.
Exactly.
And you do it with any other part of your health.
Right.
So why not your hearing? At least you know where you're at.
Having a baseline. I mean, again, nobody forces you to do anything. If you say, I don't want a hearing aid, then okay. We're not, no one, it's not a requirement, but knowing where things stand is the most important part.
So say somebody's decided like, I'm gonna do this. They do have some sort of hearing loss. What's the next steps?
Call us.
Okay.
Call us. So again, no worries. It's painless. We want to be your friend, but call and make an appointment for a hearing test.
So speaking of hearing tests, I'm about to go take one, and I'm going to kind of see where my baseline is.
So your hearing really is pretty great.
Really?
At 8,000 hertz. So I'll show you here.
So we're back after the hearing test. It was quick. It was easy. Megan was great. We got my results. Now I'm going to know where my baseline is, whether I've got hearing loss and that sort of thing.
All right, you ready to go over?
Let's take a look and just see where I stand.
Okay.
Taking a hearing test is really quick and easy. If you'd like more information, contact Whisper Hearing Centers. Click whisperhearingcenters.com. For Great Day TV, I'm Barney Wood.